If you're a listener of From the Mouths of Madness podcast, I can only assume that you're also a diehard fan of horror movies like myself. My name is Matt Balea, and I own a company called To Die For. We make custom horror-inspired designs for shirts and much more. From original to exclusive content, we can get you whatever it is your dark heart might desire. Check us out at www.todieforshop.com. That's the number 2, die, the number 4, shop.com. Enjoy the show.
The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors. Listeners, beware. Straight from the Mouths of Madness, I am Lowdown. With me as always is
F you, Hunter. What's up? You get some deuces, bitches.
Deuces,
what?
I'm out of here after that comment.
Yeah, I propped him too much up on a pedestal when I made a shirt out of his "What's Up, Bitches," and
now it's putting pressure on me.
It's been a little lackluster this year, dude. I don't think I'll be able to make a part 2 anytime soon, man.
For some deuces, baby.
You fed that ego.
I will not be able to get deuces on that shirt because you've been dropping bombs.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah. All right, we got a fun one for you guys tonight. Back. We just talked about over roughly a year and a half. We got Scotty P.
Jesus,
Scotty
what?
Halflong.
Hey, y'all.
Great
What's
White
up, guys?
Queequeg. Fucking what else?
I was gonna say what
Lunchbox. Fucking
yeah.
I'm
goddamn.
It's pick a list or pick a name from the list, and I'll respond in one way or another.
You guys remember him from the GUI Network family. He had his own show, Geek Fathers, and he's currently fleshing out a new show. So, yeah, he's an OG. He's a GUI original.
OG. I talked about this last time on for the Evil Dead Universe episode. Is the show is still happening? You got to hear this. Unfortunately, my co-host, we hit a snag on some stuff. Life happens.
It does.
Working on it. Actually, Groots is actually offered to be co-host because we're even going to have to redo the first season with some recording stuff and even see about continuing the second season. And we're still going with that format where we'll have some guest hosts. We'll do some interviewing. Still working on that, and I could not be recording myself if I also did not drop another musical project I've been working on, which we had our first official show back in October. Picked up bass again after I've talked about
bass.
I've been slapping the bass, man.
Paul Rudd, guys, is all day.
Yeah, damn right. You got to play it up here whenever you do air bass. Remember that. But you slap at the bass. But no, my music project, Gonzo Bomb, we've been having so much fun. We've been playing together for just under a year, and we're looking to play some more shows in 2025. So
I had to work when you had the show, but from the clips that you sent me of the like the rehearsal and the music, I was not expecting a more hardcore punk. I was expecting typical Scotty, pop punk or ska punk.
Well,
I was a little surprised.
I
mean, and justifiably so, right? Like, I mean, that's your wheelhouse, dude.
Well, actually, if you go back on my history, it is a little bit more of the hardcore punk. But I
meant where you were at as far as like your last band.
I worked with a ska punk band for a while, so that was kind of my head direction. But fortunately, my drummer I've known for 20 to 30 years. We go back. Old school Richmond hardcore punk days, stuff like that. Our vocalist has definitely been part of the scene as well, Kevin. And we found this great guitarist from Florida, actually. He's lived here about a year, and we were able to scoop him up before anybody else was. So,
Are he and Vermin friends yet?
No.
Just Florida.
Our guitar player is our baby. Like he's even younger than my wife. I'll put that out there.
Damn.
Yeah, he was born late 80s.
So does he did he do this for like some like Make-A-Wish shit for old people?
Kinda. Because my drummer's older than me. So I mean,
he's like, hey, I'm helping out these geriatric motherfuckers.
Basically,
you guys rock.
Yeah. Hey, we do rock. You, Hunter, unless you're lying to me, you enjoyed the show.
Yeah. And
it was another round, right?
And I didn't bring my laser pointer this time, so
much appreciated on that because I would have flung that bass at your head.
I'm glad to hear Groots is back into recording.
Yeah, we've been talking about it some, and like I said, with just the hold off on the original recordings and the show that happened, and Groots and I were just talking, and we're getting back into it, so it should be fun.
Fuck yeah, dude!
Yep.
Nice to see you. Releasing shit, it's nice to see. It'd be nice to see a new,
Oh, and if you want a teaser, there is a Geek Fathers talk of maybe a special holiday episode or something coming up soon as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah, because we're right around that. It's coming right around the corner.
Yes.
So for Thanksgiving, in true madness fashion, we got to do something stupid, right? we did like favorite horror families. We did Cannibal episode that I dropped on Thanksgiving because that's totally appropriate.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give that a big duh.
So this was actually spawned around an idea Hunter had around overall sequel thing. We've actually planned out a couple episodes just off that one like nod about sequels because there's a couple other themes we came up with.
Yep.
But for this one, it's the part two. The part two.
The part two. Not sequels, plural.
No, just the part two.
Just the part two.
Yep. So it's all about the
second helpings, baby.
That's right.
That's right.
Not the deuce.
And like
no more deuce talk.
And to be fair, movies that don't deserve sequels get sequels as well. This is a personal, subjective list of which I actually forgot I enjoyed a lot of sequels. Part twos, but it is our individual subjective list. I'm sure there'll be agreements on our favorite part twos, and we have a list of not favorite part twos as well.
We're all par for the same course, I think, for most of these.
Well, I mean, like I said, I dropped a couple that I think there's going to be enough.
Oh, we will have a great debate.
Yeah, there might be a couple that are on the good and the bad that we might disagree on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, so join us tonight for our episode on second helpings, please. All right, so
yes.
We could fit a lot of films in if we kind of roll through this shit because if we've all seen them, we don't need to break down the goddamn movies. We've already, and like half these movies that we talked about on Madness episodes.
I was going to throw out there, though, is there a sequel that is over top of the OG?
Oh,
because that's such a rare thing. I've only got a few.
Man.
I've only got a few.
Yeah,
that
we
I would
listed
say
a few.
Realistically are over top of the original.
I'll roll with this.
Damn.
I'm gonna have to go with Ouija: Origin of Evil, Mike Flanagan's sequel to that shit fucking Ouija movie.
Yeah,
the sequel's so much more enjoyable.
Change your director and somehow good fucking
change
movie.
the director that understands
Fair.
what the fucking
Yes.
assignment is.
Yeah.
You get a good movie. So, Gonna.
Oh man, this one's kind of tough, and it might upset some people, but I'm going with Evil Dead 2.
That's easy. That's easy.
I understand.
Like, no,
but
I mean,
almost like I'm talking down about
you're not.
Evil
But you're
Dead.
not. No.
All right.
Like it's even purposefully. It is literally a remake. The movie is a remake of the first one,
Yeah.
and it's a better film.
Yeah.
Like it's
Right.
just no arguments.
It's superior to the OG.
There's no arguments.
Yeah.
I love the first Evil Dead so much. Evil Dead 2's better.
Yeah.
See, now I'm stuck.
You should have had more than just one.
Well, true. Now, if you and I'm going to throw out the curveball because this one I was really teetering on where my list was anyways, but also just because you got to get behind the fan hype and everything as well. Troll 2.
Man, going after my own heart. All right.
Yeah, see, that's on my like worst sequels.
This Troll 1 is pretty fucking terrible. Troll 2
That-
is amazingly
To
terrible.
me, that comes
Troll 2
full
is terrible.
It's so terrible. It comes back around, and you just enjoy the silliness of it.
I'm going to back Scotty up on this because I've
Yes.
only watched Troll 1 once.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't do it for me.
See, I watched Troll 1 on regular. I haven't watched Troll 2 probably since I was like 12.
Then you're missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But it's so fun
I can't.
terrible.
I like the movies. We said this was subjective, but like we went with like Evil Dead 2, which that's actually objectively better than Evil Dead. We can at least agree on that.
yeah.
Right.
Ouija, I guess you could say it's subjective, but if you look at the rating, Ouija: Origin of Evil is rated
Fair.
higher than Ouija.
You also
Troll
did,
2 is rated way lower than Troll.
You also did pin me in a corner because I wasn't thinking that way as well, and that, like I said, that was my teeter point of just like because you got to admit that there's the genre of horror where some of these are so bad they are good.
There is, and that's not in there.
And
For me,
I will say,
subjectively.
yeah. And again, rewatch
me.
value. You have a much better time
Oh.
watching Troll 2 than
Yes.
you will. You can watch Troll 2 with a bunch of people, and you're going to have look. It's not a horror movie, and I know these are all horror movies. It's a comedy, but it's a fun comedy horror movie.
But it was meant to be a horror movie.
Yeah.
And all right, we'll go back into just like our top favorite part 2 in a second, but I feel like I got to wrap it out with an actually good sequel that's better than the first one. Sorry, Scotty. We can all, and we'll all, I think we can all agree on this. Devil's Rejects.
Yep.
Yes.
Devil's
Yeah.
Rejects was miles better than House of a Thousand Corpses. It was just,
As
I don't know if I'd say miles.
dude. How are I rewatched House of a Thousand Corpses again this Halloween season, which I thought the last time I watched it, which was 4 years ago, that I would never do it again, and I did it. It is not a good movie.
The weird thing I'd say with that is that once the killings start happening, it falls apart.
Yeah.
But the build-up,
build-up,
which is
it's the
weird.
build-up
is great.
It's the killer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, and I agree. As a movie, by all means, Devil Rejects.
House of
tops it
Corpses
out.
is a long fucking more human than human video.
Right.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah,
But
yeah.
But I still have such a soft spot
Blue Bow Black
for
Sunshine.
House of 1,000 Corpses, just because at the time, maybe Hunter and I's age, youngin.
I'll take it.
We had to follow that so hard to see what Rob Zombie was doing. Not only because that was his first movie.
No, age
coming
has
out.
nothing to do with that. I followed that in every Rue Moore magazine, and I
Yeah.
drove to Charlottesville to see it twice.
No, I will agree with Scotty over there.
Yeah.
That when that movie came out, it was during the really dark period of time in horror movies.
Again,
Yes.
drove to
So-
Charlottesville twice to see it.
Yeah.
So I'm there.
So-
My age
Yeah.
has nothing to do with
House
that. Like
of Corpses
I
was a little
followed
more
it.
satisfying than
Yeah.
it needed to be. It should have been
Yeah.
because
Right.
it was so much
Because
better.
at that time we had like 2 albums by Rob Zombie solo stuff, so that was still relatively intact.
Right.
So we were still very white zombie-ish. So I was like very
Exactly.
Now when Rob Zombie puts a movie out, his 4 albums later, he's put out a
Yeah.
lot of shit movies. I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going to comment on the solo stuff.
yeah.
But
usually
yeah,
the fifth.
but that's the whole thing. It holds a soft spot on her, but you absolutely correct. It does not hold up.
No.
It just doesn't
It
hold
does.
up.
And that's the thing. At the time, I think I really enjoyed it at like 19, and it was a Rob Zombie horror movie. It was like
Yes.
just a very big name indie horror film, But as time's gone on, and I've like always forget, and I rewatch it. It's like what I did to myself this year with House of 1,000 Corpses was the same thing that we did for multiple years, going to see every new Rob Zombie movie.
Yes.
It was that's exactly
Yeah.
how I felt when I rewatched it. I was like, I
It's
feel like I'm watching
exhausting.
3
And
from
that's
Hell.
what does make Devil's Rejects so surprising is that it's solid from start to finish. And a finish that should have stayed a finish. God damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck you, 3 from hell.
Yeah.
But anyhow.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope, because we're talking about twos.
Talking about twos.
Yeah.
So fuck the 3,
Yeah, fuck the 3, twos.
twos.
It
Thank
should
you, Scotty.
only been
Yes.
a 2.
It's only been a 2.
Only been
Only been a
a
2.
2. That's my little fit.
Yeah.
God damn
No,
it.
you're right. I mean, I 100% justified for that. So,
Right.
all right,
It's
now
technically the only solid, like, start to finish zombie movie. So,
you could make an argument for a Halloween remake as a film as a whole. Even though you don't like me personally, I don't like the reasoning. It still objectively, from start to finish, is a cohesive
yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Fair.
Right. My only problem with that movie is that I don't give a fuck about the first 25 minutes because I don't need a fucking backstory.
No, you don't.
But
Anyway,
objectively,
yes.
good film. All right.
Yes.
Anyway, that's a one. Oh, that Halloween 2 is also on my list of worst fucking sequels.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
So, all right. Now we
Same
go
page?
with
Yes.
our personal favorite, part 2. And I gotta go. And this was really fucking hard for me because originally when we did the killer filler on this, it's a killer, but it's really a remake, but it starts a new timeline. And I really love the original part 2 a lot, but I've gotta be real with it. Halloween 2018. That is a part 2.
You're right because it circumvented.
That is a part 2.
The original
And
John
God damn it,
Carpenter
it's
too,
so
and-
fucking good. And I love
Amen to
Halloween
that.
2 a lot. I think even though
Yes.
that Deborah Hill and John Carpenter did not want to do that fucking movie, it is still a good continuation of Halloween.
Absolutely, yes. Yes.
And it really, and I've always loved part 2. Man, 2018 is just so goddamn good. So
yeah, we had to wait about 30 years or so, but
so
I'll just throw out here the sequel. It's my top movie of all time. Aliens. I mean,
gee, surprise.
yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
I
no,
was-
I was debating on that because
Right.
most, like if you go to IMDb and I believe Rotten Tomatoes, like the main rating score, they don't list Aliens as a horror.
yeah.
It's an action movie. They say
Right.
sci-fi action thriller. So it's like I was going to put that on my list, and I'm like, man, yeah, it's really not a horror film.
But I feel like
But for you, we'll count it.
first Alien
Yeah.
is
It's a horror. But
Yeah.
Aliens 2 is not. Aliens. But
It's not a horror for us, but there's a
when the powers that be don't label it as a horror, it's not a horror.
all right.
But
Yeah.
for you, we will allow this in there because it is a horror, but it's definitely action horror. Like, you know what I mean? Like action's
Yeah.
up here, horror's down here. Because it is
horror-
scary.
The horror definitely took a step down or two
Yeah.
from the first one, for
Yeah.
sure.
Exactly.
But it still had those little jump points and everything that you were like, oh, fuck.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was still a little bit of stuff in there, right?
Yeah.
I would say Romulus is more of a horror than Aliens was.
I'll give you
Yeah.
that
So,
completely.
but no,
Fair.
for your sake, we have to count that because I get it. Like I know you, and I knew you were going to bring that movie.
You knew it was
Yeah,
gonna
I knew it was
happen.
going to happen.
To be honest, I didn't even bother putting it on my list because I knew Hunter would bring it up.
So,
So for me, you know what I've got to stick with is my homeboy, the man, the godfather of the dead, Dawn of the Dead.
Cha-ching.
Boom.
Yeah, that.
You know it.
Oh, it's so good, so fucking good.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's on my. Of course, it's on my list, right? And now because I stroked about it so much, I mean, my second one's going to be Halloween 2, the original.
Fair. Yeah.
Halloween 2. Just it's a for me again. I'll subject. I think it's a solid sequel, especially when you put in the major slashers. Like Halloween 2 stands
Absolutely.
up there. As a great part too.
It almost stands alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'll throw out here. It's completely different than the original. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yes. Thank you.
I have that on my list as well.
That was actually on my list of also better than the original. I think
But
I
it's
enjoyed 10 Cloverfield Lane better than the first one.
Different
Yeah.
than the OG.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing is where it's that same universe, but it has a different feel, the different just.
I mean,
the
the first one
pacing
is on a huge spectacle, like literally giant monster destroying city. This one is 3 people in a bunker for the
Right.
entire movie.
So is it even fair to say it's better than the original at that point? Because is that even fair for me? Because it's like not even like the same vein of. It's just like a different movie.
That's
So that's a good point. Yeah.
But it's still in the same universe.
Universe, not same vein.
Right.
So
So
yeah.
But it's a technical, it's a sequel.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
It wasn't supposed to be, and then they just incorporated the last part
Right.
to incorporate it into the Cloverfield universe.
absolutely, yep. My next one, I'm going to go with a true classic, Bride of Frankenstein.
Nice. I put that on my list. I didn't know if anybody would bring that, but that is a fucking phenomenal sequel,
Fuck yes.
dude. And that was like like the OG horror sequel. Legitimately,
yeah.
that's like
Yeah,
the OG horror sequel, dude.
Let's try it again.
Yeah.
And I even double check it because again, if you look at my knuckles, I have Universal Monsters tattooed on me. I mean,
This is a great way to do the finger tattoo, by the way,
dude,
because
yeah,
you like you with
with Alien.
Game Over, but with the alien and the egg. I mean, with that. Well, sorry, with the face hugger and the egg.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do fingers, please do something fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But when I looked it up, because again, try to double check myself, it was literally the first sequel ever done to a movie.
Yeah, 100%. No, it was.
There were various remakes or redos of things, and even very limited, even because we're talking about the 30s and shit.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was the first sequel that actually had it's in that universe, characters carried over, same actors,
Yep.
all of that, and it was fucking beautiful.
There's only 2 times Boris Karloff played Frankenstein.
Yep.
But yeah, so fuck yeah, dude. I'm glad
Yes.
someone else did bring that. That's fucking sweet.
Hell yeah.
All right. Which one do I want to bring up next? Oh, dude. I mean, there's so many, bro.
Our lists are just
Right.
gonna.
You know what?
overstack so much.
I'll be. If no one else is gonna do it, I'm gonna be. My first few are gonna stick with OGs for me from the '80s, and I got to go with Friday the 13th Part 2.
Good. That's a good one. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I was leaving that one for
Yeah.
you.
That's a great part too. I mean, like it first bringing Jason, and you can't say it's a completely different movie because they're shot the same way. It's kill, kill, kill. It's just there's no twist at the end.
Yeah.
But as far as that, the movies are the same.
I mean, it created the franchise.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
They had success with the OG, and they're like, let's continue it. Remember that kid, the little weird kid that drowned?
He didn't die.
He didn't die.
He wasn't dead, y'all.
He's
Come on
he's
now.
just feral as fuck.
Yeah.
We'll work down in the fucking woods
Yeah.
till he can fucking take out teenagers.
No shit. Got buff as fuck somehow, but
Yeah.
All right, I'm throwing this out here. It's one of our early episodes. Fucking Dr. Sleep.
Fuck yeah, dude.
that's on my list.
Fuck
That is
yeah.
on
I
my
went
list.
into that so hesitant because I had heard not as positive things about the book, and I never read the original Shining book, and I never read Dr. Sleep. And
There you go.
motherfucking master directing
Dude.
that shit was like,
Yeah,
you know what?
dude.
I'm giving it for both of y'all. Here you go. And it's phenomenal.
Yep.
And-
They
dude.
did a stellar job.
Fucking Flanagan, man. I mean,
Yeah,
fucking
I mean-
Flanagan, dude. Like that's all I got to say. Like, oh, love that man so much. Love his work. I don't know him, but
And that's one of
Yeah.
those where, there's a couple on here where I was very hesitant, but that one I definitely went into it with a very negative, I'm probably going to hate the
Who
shit
you-
out
dude,
of this.
who are you
I
talking
know.
to?
I know.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. As much as we even love, again, especially Steven, the King movies and stuff like that, not all of them have followed through as well, which we've talked about before on different GY episodes and
Yeah.
stuff. This one being also a newer book by King just a few years prior, and then Flanagan stepped in and did his magic. Beautiful.
Let's just say King sequels have never worked out. Pet Cemetery 2.
Oh,
I'll even throw out
Salem's
there.
Lot too.
yeah.
I'll even throw out there. It Chapter 2.
So I rewatched that, and that actually made my list of solid sequels. Like rewatching it, I because I understand the film now. We'll get to that.
Okay.
I think we'll get to that.
But it's no Dr. Sleep.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, and I will say it really is high on the list for me of sequels, part 2s, because I never need to read the book. It surpassed the book for me. Like I think Flanagan's film is better than the book.
Fair.
So that rarely happens.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
So fuck yeah, man.
I'll go with one of my all-time faves, just because I'm a huge Clive Barker fan, is that I still love Hellraiser 2.
Fuck yeah, Hellbound. That's
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
No, that
Yes.
man, that one I kind of. It's like almost on par with the first one, but maybe I really love part 2.
Yeah.
They are very, very close, and if I remember correctly,
I like
it's
the time in hell in part 2.
Oh, the way they portrayed it, because it wasn't fire brimstone the way Parker had always
it was like
taught,
labyrinth and fucking I really enjoyed that fantasy aspect being added into it. That's where I think, because it didn't feel like they were rehashing the same movie with part 2. That makes or breaks a part 2, right?
They did a legit sequel where it's continuing the story.
Yeah.
It's the box, the Cenobites, and all that. And,
the returning final girl and all that.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so you can incorporate all that.
You had the same characters. You had introduced some new characters, and everything.
You get to see someone become a Cenobite with a doctor, and that was really fucking cool.
You get to well, and before you get into like Bloodline and something, that's where you get your first taste of a little bit of history too, with some of it, with the box and Pinhead and stuff like that.
Yep.
So, yep.
Fucking A, dude.
Yep.
Nice. Well done. All right. So, man, all right, this one, there's one I want to do, but I'm going to leave it for you, Hunter, because that's you. Let's go with a newer one. Fear Street, 1978. That's a solid part 2.
I was looking at those, and I'm just like, because again, like even
you watched them, right?
Oh yeah, yes. Yeah, dude, you want to talk? I mean, stellar, that trio of movies.
Yeah.
Period. Beautiful work.
Yeah, there's not a bad one. I just meant like we're talking a part 2, like that. Yeah, and that's my wheelhouse one. That's a slasher. That one's like a summer camp slasher. Like it's not like
plus the first one hits so strong that there is that where you've seen it and they make them back to back to back like that. And the next one that follows is not nearly as strong as that
which
first one
usually
hits.
happens, but no, this case,
I mean, they're
it's
the first 2 were slashers. Just the part 1's a 90s slasher.
Well,
part 2 is a like late 70s, early 80s slasher.
Right.
So
it's still solid though. Still a solid choice.
Fuck
choice.
Yeah.
All right, throw it out there. Creepshow 2.
Nice.
Good one.
Nice.
Good one.
Nice.
I only have 3 stories.
I enjoy the shit out of Creepshow. I saw that before I saw the first one when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I saw Creepshow 2 first.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like all 3 stories. Obviously, the
raft.
The raft is the top tier part of that.
I don't know though. Like that third one though, it's like
get a ride, lady.
So fun.
All right, I'm creeped out now, y'all. Come on, stop doing it.
But fuck yeah, dude.
Especially when you hear about what they did after that with the third one, then you're really like, oh wow, they could have made that shit show.
No, folks, I will never waste my recording time on the third movie. That's how bad it was.
I've never watched. I've had too many people.
I made it through
me.
2, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not watching anymore. It's fucking terrible.
They took the same. I mean, a lot of the same people with the original came to Creepshow 2, and that's
mainly
why it works.
Savini and King. Were big. The big. Because George, I think, was just a producer. He didn't really have much with writing.
But he was still involved with it.
He was
wasn't
involved.
like, that's your fucking problem.
Yeah, he was
just
involved.
Didn't do one of his stories, is all it was.
And he didn't oversee every story. Right.
Yeah.
So
28 weeks later.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. I had that on my list. I'm loving how, like, all right, I knew this. These are things that, like, we were going to be.
There was going to be overlap like hell.
I remember when it first came out, people gave it fucking threw shade at it. I'm like, this is a solid.
I was shocked how much I liked it.
Dude, that opening scene alone,
I was about to say that. The opening sequence is when you get that shot of him running towards the river and he's
with
just
the score playing in the background. And
that was solid as fuck.
So good, dude.
God damn.
So good.
But just, I mean, again, classic horror, even if you will, where you have a lower budget movie. You have Cillian Murphy, who we recognize more now, but people kind of knew who he was then. And it got so good that they brought back the sequel, or they did the sequel and brought in some bigger names and still made it solid.
Yeah.
Just kept that right, the right pacing, the right story, how it like slowed
they didn't
down.
rush it. They didn't change anything with it, and that was necessary. And I hope they do the same thing with 28 years later.
There were parts that slowed down, and then those fast-paced parts that you were waiting for from like 28 Days perfect.
And I think 28 years. I hope hope Danny Boyle hasn't
fingers
lost
crossed.
Plus,
that.
you get this cockiness of the government, like, all right, we got everything in lockdown. There's no way this should get fucked up now. We've blocked out. We're all the last of the infected.
Well, it's classic.
We're all nice and secure here. There's no way. Oh shit, unaffected got in, and it all goes to shit. So like everything, their whole setup, their whole system goes to shit over one kiss.
Yep.
Over one kiss.
One kiss.
That's it.
So
we figured it out, man. They're all on the other side of the wall. We're good.
We're on
here.
the verge of a cure, even.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, they were. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to find out what happened with that because like they couldn't have lost all the information. So I'm really curious with part 3 how they just,
one sappy ass husband literally
who feels guilty because he left his wife to die in a house.
Yeah.
I mean, he did.
No, he
did.
He literally gone.
So
gone.
All right. I'm gonna throw out. I'm gonna keep it old. There's one more OG one that I'm hoping Hunter comes around to. I don't want to tell him because I want to know if he even put it on his list. But I am gonna go with Phantasm 2. I really enjoyed that.
That's what I was
sequel.
gonna do next too. That's
really?
funny. Yeah.
Oh no, there wasn't even that one. Like I was like, no, Phantasm 2. And after 2, but 2.
They got some money because the first was pretty goddamn low budget.
Yeah, it was.
Ooh, we got some spending money here.
Well,
they had a lot of fun with effects. New fucking balls. And spheres.
The only thing I did not like about 2, because again, I'm a Coscarelli fan anyways. So even when you get into 5 Ravager, which is pretty silly, I still love it. The problem is you were missing your main actor.
Yeah, he's not in any of them.
No, he 2 was the only one he was not in. He was only in 2 in flashbacks. He did the rest.
Did he? The young
the boy.
The boy. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, that's right. He does come back in 3. Yeah.
But 2 has the most like the protagonist you would not think of, an aging 40-year-old, balding aging 40-year-old dude who's out of shape.
Fucking Reggie.
That doesn't scream like,
fucking
this is our hero here.
And the fact that his badass outfit is his ice cream outfit.
Yep.
Where he dresses in the all white with the black tie.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. But I understand what you're saying. You're right. Our main hero doesn't show back up.
Was replaced. Yeah.
I got you.
So,
but you're right. I forgot he does come back.
But still,
dude,
solid
I watched
movie,
3, 4.
fun.
I didn't even rewatch 3 and 4 when Ravager came out. I was like, let me just watch the 5th one.
No, I know.
All right.
But
yeah.
Again, that soft spot. Just tall man, Angus Scrim.
Oh yeah.
Boy. Yes.
All right, throwing it out there. Child's Play 2.
That's what I was waiting on. That's what I was fucking waiting on.
I knew that one was coming too. Yeah.
That's where they really turned it into a slasher franchise.
That is like Nightmare 3, where it's that perfect balance of the goofy with the horror.
Yes.
Because after that, they started like 3, he went a little more horror, and then Bride, they just went full bore. All right, this is a comedy horror movie. Not a horror comedy. This is a comedy horror movie.
You don't want to overthink stuff. Like a doll could not trip up an adult male to fall all the way down the stairs. But don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I
whenever I think of 2, the scene that I always think of is him coming out of the fucking closet, and he's like, "You've been very naughty, Mrs. Kettlewell."
Yes.
I'm like, dude. There's so many more gnarlier scenes, like at the end of the toy factory, but like that shot.
Oh, I love the fucking reveal when she's on the swing and she's kicking the dirt.
Oh,
and then you see the other Chucky doll. Like just that reveal and stuff like that. Like just simple beats of a horror movie that they put in.
That was good.
As far as pacing, now, you know I love the first one. Yeah, I think it's great. That's a straight horror movie. Right? There's no comedy in it.
I always say I feel like the first one though is like a thriller into a horror movie.
Yeah.
Where because you're quite, but this one does. All right,
it's
we all know.
Yeah, we all know.
We all know he's in the doll. All right.
Day do we and all that shit, right?
You know the big secret, but we're just gonna fuck shit up.
Yeah, that's the one I didn't want to say because I'm like I know Hunter's got to have that on his list.
Oh
yes,
yes.
Yeah.
Psycho 2.
No, that's on my worst. That's on my list of worst.
See, here we go.
So
bad.
I'm going to agree with Scotty again on this.
So bad.
Yeah, man.
So bad.
No, dude.
Yeah.
No way.
It loses everything that was good about the first one as far as the pacing, the suspense. It's just like it's so bad.
It's a different time, man.
I don't care. that stuff's timeless. Suspense.
It's got
all that's
Robert
timeless.
Loggia in it.
I don't care.
On a serious note, though, I think Psycho 2, I enjoy because there is someone killing people. Obviously, Norman Bates just got out of jail, and they go, it's obviously the crazy person.
It's got to be.
And then you have the reveal at the end. Where she's like, "Hey, I'm
your real
I'm
mother."
Your mom. And he goes, I'm actually fucking crazy. Like that reveal, and then going, well, good for you. I'm still gonna kill the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that turn at the end.
Yeah.
Because you find out that's not her that's been fucking with him, trying to make him go crazy.
See, the way I look at it, it goes more along the lines of the classic mystery horror.
Mm-hmm.
Where you don't necessarily, you have the killings and stuff, but you don't have the brutality of certain horror movies, but you really have that mystery and just
There was no brutality in the first one that you saw.
Well, that you saw, but you knew it was there.
And you know it was in Psycho 2.
Yeah, but it's not shown is my point.
And it wasn't
Either
shown
way,
in the first one.
you
I'm just destroying your argument. It's like you got to come up with a better argument.
Scotty, we have to quit. We're not going to convince him.
Yeah, you're not convincing me.
It was a great mystery horror. Period.
I concur.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
We'll just agree to disagree on that.
Yes.
Oh
2v1,
my God.
bitch.
I'm going to watch the taste out of my mouth with that shit. Fucking A.
When's the last time you watched it?
I would say 2019 is when I watched it. So not that long ago.
Okay.
I rewatched it as an adult.
I watched it, back in the day on VHS, and then I recently rewatched it in the last couple of years and had more of appreciation for it.
Yeah, I had less appreciation for it when I rewatched it.
Well, I have a question. I'll put out there as a nomination of a top one, but I don't know if kind of in the same vein with Psycho 2. So,
What's that?
Well, when it get to me. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Let me do a fun one. We went Bride of Frankenstein, Bride of Reanimator.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bride of
Yes,
Reanimator.
yes.
That's a solid
Good
sequel.
call,
It's just it sucks Crampton didn't come back, but
Right.
we had the two main guys. We didn't have Gordon directing. We had
as long
Yuzna,
as-
so it starts going off the rails.
Oh, it goes
But
off
they
the
know.
rails.
They know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell by the opening sequence of that. They're like, yep, here we are.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're just going to go balls out.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Balls to the wall. So
Damn right.
Kind of getting the Psycho 2 argument, but here we go. Poltergeist 2. Where do y'all lean?
I enjoy that sequel.
I do
As
enjoy
3,
that.
I don't enjoy, but I enjoy 2.
Well, 3.
Yeah,
three is,
that had medical shit and
Poltergeist
a
2
bunch of
has
stuff.
some pretty stupid shit
Oh,
in
you
it.
mean the puking up the worm?
And the crazy braces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm kind of curious. Cause
No, I don't hate that sequel. I'm not going to say it wasn't on my list as my favorite sequels, but
Right.
I don't hate the sequel. Like
No.
Psycho 2 is literally on my I don't like the sequel
because
list.
I had the opposite of Poltergeist 2 that I had with Psycho, where in rewatching Poltergeist 2, I went, this is pretty stupid. I don't remember. I remember being a lot creepier with the old guy at the screen door being like, hey, damn.
Yeah.
But,
Like,
but you got to admit, that gave us one of the creepiest, especially as kids, gave us one of the creepiest villains of all time for one movie.
Yeah, he was dying
Yeah.
when he filmed
Yeah.
it. Like he literally was like
They didn't have to do
stage 4 cancer.
didn't-
That was
no
him.
makeup.
There was no
No
makeup.
makeup.
Like, come on in, man.
That
Yeah.
was legit
Perfect.
him. I'm like, oh, buddy.
Your check
Yeah.
will be in the mail.
Yeah, like
So fucked
hope it
up.
gets to you in time.
Dude, we're paying you $4 million.
Hey, can you just send it to the hospital?
Shit.
Can you just send it to the hospital? Like that's where it's going anyway.
No, we're gonna pay you $4 million. You just have to wait a year and a half.
I'm sorry, it's tied up in escrow right now. Hold
Oh
on.
damn! Oh,
But now we deserve to be attacked by poltergeist.
That's
yeah,
fair.
Fucking with that,
yeah,
dude.
that's
but
fucked
that
up.
movie, even though, and I agree, in some ways it doesn't hold up, but for just an overall creep factor and everything, it gave us a great villain for just
It did.
like holy shit.
It is nowhere near the first one, but I don't dislike this. I didn't dislike it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's all subjective. Like me liking that and you liking Psycho 2, it's all subjective.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So
You know what? Let's go with a pretty mainstream one, Scream 2.
nice. That was
yeah.
on my list.
All right.
Yeah.
Now I got 5.
No, yeah. No, Scream 2 is that's a fucking solid one. I've
Right.
always been an advocate, except for the fucking ending, which I've gotten to where it doesn't ruin it for me. But there's some like the sound booth scene
Yeah.
where Dewey's getting stabbed and it's in the sound booth and you can't hear it.
Wait, Dewey gets stabbed in the Scream movie?
What?
But like and the car chase scene where they got to like crawl over him. Like there's a lot of good scenes in Scream 2, dude. Like there's a lot. They really build up that suspense from the original.
And we're still talking some heyday of Wes Craven.
Yeah.
Period. So
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
always.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Scream 2. Nice. All right. So I'm going to go with a fun one. Hasn't come up yet. God, I hope I don't take one from Hunter with this because it sounds like
I think you're about to.
Yeah.
All right. I'll wait. I'll wait around. I will go with this. Subspecies 2.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's a
Oh, you're pulling out the old Anchor Bay and stuff, man.
Full Moon, dude.
Or Full Moon, excuse me.
But yeah. So the first 3, I haven't watched the newest one. There's one that came out last year in 2023. A 5th one. I haven't watched that one yet.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
But yeah, I mean, because part 2 it picks up right after the end of the first one. You know, what's her face? Michelle is a vampire now. The brother Stefan and her have the bloodstone, and they're you know,
Yeah.
It's. I've always loved that gross vampire. You know, it's like he's a Nosferatu style vampire, right? And
Very
I
much so,
really
yeah.
enjoy that just grody, decomposing creature
not
vampire.
not pretty.
Yeah,
He's
I
not
mean,
pretty.
I enjoy certain ones, like Interview with the
Sure.
Vampire, fuck Twilight.
Clever.
Yeah, I mean, we are talking
But-
about the really good vampires. Fuck Twilight.
Yeah.
So-
So it's not that I don't mind having that, but I don't feel like that's where people have the romance side of the vampire lore, and it's like, no,
Right.
they're like disgusting, dirt-dwelling, blood-sucking creatures, right?
absolutely.
Like, so I just like
Agreed.
that one turns so evil that he doesn't shift form, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Saw 2.
Oh,
Because
That's-
that was
it's on my list.
when I watched that the first time, I was actually like, okay.
It's a good sequel.
And you don't
It
pick
was.
up that it's all time delayed until the
Mhm.
very end. I
Right.
appreciate that because obviously you have their twist in the first one. This one's a
Yeah.
different one that you don't even think about that
Yep.
they're watching pre-recorded.
Exactly.
I love that twist.
And that's so like again, those first after 3 was Saw is when I.
But that one
Well, yeah.
one I think is what helped continue the series so much.
Oh, yeah.
is that people went into Saw 2. All right, I guess I'll watch this. What's it going to be? And I again came out impressed. Like,
There's a
oh
twist.
wow, you actually
There's a
got
twist.
me.
Yeah.
You got me.
You got me, bitches.
Yeah.
No,
Right. It's
but awesome. Yeah,
and
that wasn't the one I was.
And you got
thinking
a
you were gonna go
Wahlberg
with.
in there.
and you got what?
Get Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You got Donnie.
Get
Yeah,
Donnie.
That was Donnie.
Where's my kid?
You got the right. Oh, sorry.
I bought the car. Now where's my kid?
Never fucking do that again.
Oh shit. But yeah, Saw 2, Saw, and you know the traps were specific to each
When she has
person.
to go
Right.
put her hand up to the glass and it
Oh,
comes down.
Yes.
Dude.
Or just in the pit of
Needles?
syringes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, so
Mm-mm.
fuck. All right.
Yeah. Puppet Master 2.
Nice. That was another a deep cut one that I was
Yes.
thinking of. Fuck yeah,
Yes.
dude. That one, Puppet Master 2. Again, the first 3 Puppet Masters, and then once you got into 4, they started getting goddamn bonkers. And
Yeah, they started doing some wild
but
shit.
part 2.
Did you
yeah.
ever see that one with Patrick Thomas Lennon? And it was like some remake or something that they did a few years
the
ago.
Littlest Reich.
Oh,
yeah, that was solid.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
fun. That
Yeah.
was fun.
That was a good one.
I still
I don't know the
haven't
guy's
seen
name. You got to when you describe him, you got to say
From the
Reno
sta- from the
911.
state. Oh, Reno 911.
You gotta say
Well,
Reno
I think
911.
the
Just put
state.
short
but
shorts.
yes.
Just say short shorts from Reno.
Short shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That right there.
Lu-
everybody knows
Nice,
short
though.
shorts.
Lieutenant Dangle.
Yeah,
Yep.
Lieutenant Dangle.
He was in a Puppet Master. But no, 2, it was, I mean, let's be fair, all those stories are hokey as fuck.
Oh yeah, it's the
But-
full moon movies. They were fun.
But the way it did pick up in the same hotel, having that same lore in the mystery,
Mhm.
weird dude showing up and doing all sorts
He's
of
wrapped up this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
creepy, man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, good call, man.
Yes.
Fuck
yes.
yeah. All right, I gotta go. I'm gonna leave one for Hunter. I gotta go with a smaller indie one that has became a staple for me at the Halloween season. I was part of the Indiegogo campaign on it. I believed in the director. He's an awesome dude. I see him at not every con, but a lot of the cons. We've interviewed him. Fucking The Barn Part 2.
Oh yeah,
The Barn Part 2.
Nice.
I completely fucking forgot.
Yeah, like I mean, it's such a next step for the series, and the third one is being funded right now in Indiegogo for Part 3. That's going to be
I
the
need
end.
to get on that
They
one.
said it's a
I
trilogy.
haven't seen the Barn 2, but the first one, if it's anything like the first one, beautiful.
Oh, it's just more.
I
of
put the
first
Barn
one.
2 almost in that category of
better, yeah,
better than
slightly
the
better
other
than the
one.
first
Really?
one. Yeah.
Okay.
the kills.
Yeah,
are
that's
legit.
one I got to catch up on
The
for
kills.
sure. then.
They added some a couple new creatures. That
Oh,
Justin
nice.
Seaman's wife actually plays one of them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
shit.
she was like a big part of all of it, but
Right,
especially
right.
like acting in the second one, like he was talking
Nice.
about in interviews. So I really
yeah.
like the family DIY. It's
Yeah.
fucking cool, man. Like that's really good shit. So I
That's the way
got
to
to give
do
them
it.
a shout out. And they're everybody involved with Scream Team Releasing, which is Justin Seaman's releasing company, are just everyone I've met's been just cool as shit. So like I just appreciate
Oh, yeah.
that as well.
All right, I'm going with Final Destination 2.
God damn
You
it,
know I am.
man! All right, I'm not waiting for you anymore. There's one I got to drop that I'm not waiting on you.
All right,
anymore.
well,
you're gonna
hold
drop
on, hold
shit
on.
like that.
Well, I'm going to throw that out there because if Final Destination 2 was lame as in the kills, then I would have probably walked away from the series. But yes, the plot is pretty fucking stupid, but the kills are goddamn amazing.
There
And
are some good kills in
that's-
that one.
that's
Yeah,
what
the
kept me-
kills are good.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
what kept me in the franchise is literally just the strength of the kills in that movie. So
I mean,
Fair.
it's
Fair.
the reason why we're all afraid of
yeah,
log
exactly.
truckers.
You
and
tell me
shit,
anybody,
you know?
see a log truck in front of you, you don't get in the other fucking lane.
Right.
Specifically because of that fucking movie.
That's true. That's true. Let's see. Another good one. I'm going to go with more of a fun one. And it's definitely not the best.
Yeah.
But it was a fun one when I was younger. Critters 2.
Yeah, I got that on my list. I was wondering if someone was going to bring that up. It's an Easter horror movie.
It is. It's true. That's very,
and
very
what's
true.
Leonardo DiCaprio's in it?
No, third one.
Oh, that's right. He's
Leo's
in
the third one.
That was his. We got an episode about that.
Oh yeah.
Coming
Because
out.
remember, we talk about these movies. Like I'm currently in my Critters hole, going down through all the
Gotcha.
movies.
Did you ever watch the show?
The
It came out.
show?
There was like one season of a show.
Oh no, I heard about it.
I didn't watch it. I haven't watched it either.
No, I need to check it out. Tubi may have it.
Possibly.
That does sound like a
Tubi
Tubi
has a
thing.
lot of them.
Yeah.
So.
Good call. Like I was hoping
Yeah.
someone would bring that up.
I mean,
I enjoyed too.
It's a fun one.
Yeah,
It's so fun.
when he just all the fuckers go in his suit.
Well,
Oh god.
And the rabbit
tell
thing.
me they did not get that idea from Arcadian from Critters 2.
I haven't watched that yet. So
Okay, there's a point where creatures and do stuff in the giant, they join together.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And
yeah.
the critters do that big
You know
ball
what? I
thing.
didn't even think about that. I've
Damn
seen
right.
Arcadian.
As
and
soon as I saw-
I forgot about the Critters reference.
It doesn't ruin the movie, of course, but as soon as I saw that part in Arcadian, I was like, critters? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got to move it on. I'll start one more round and then we're going to have to call it. All right, Hunter, I hope you didn't have it on your list, but Terrifier 2.
Yeah, I did. You know I had it on my
Yeah.
list. I mean,
you were waiting. You were dropping like,
Duh.
yeah. Like, wow, I was like, what the fuck?
I mean,
Terrifier 2.
That's
Come
on my list too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no, yeah, come on.
Right.
we
Terrifier
pick
2.
on a little bit of the longer narrative than we need, but besides that, kills. I mean,
Kills.
it started the whole
Yeah.
kind of.
The craze.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, fuck yeah.
It definitely
Terrifier-
reinforced
Terrifier 2.
everything.
This was kind of horror adjacent, but Gremlins 2. Do we throw it out there?
No, that's more of
No.
a comedy than
You think
the
so?
first one's got more horror. The second
Yeah,
one
I was
doesn't.
about to say
Well,
the
all right.
second one was definitely more
Comedy.
slapstick.
Because Dante
and-
even said, like, fuck this, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. He said there's interviews of him saying, like, he was not trying to do anything serious with part 2.
Because they do kill
Yeah.
people in it.
They
but
do.
It's hilariously how they kill people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if you have a laugh track
I
while
would-
you're having creatures murder people. If that counts as
I would-
horror or comedy.
Like I said, first one, there's definitely horror aspects
Yeah.
in it, but that part 2, nah, I'm not. I've never considered that a horror movie.
Okay.
No.
Subjectively, again, like
Same.
I said, you know.
Yeah.
You gonna stick with that?
I think that's it for my list.
I mean, we've got so many of the same shit.
Now, there's some on there you haven't mentioned, so
Yeah. Well,
You got
Creep
one
2.
I didn't even
Yeah.
think about.
Creep
Creep 2. I will take
Oh,
Creep
yeah.
2 for sure.
You got one I didn't think about that is a sequel, and I put it in the remake category.
Candyman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Candyman.
Yeah.
Candyman.
That was gonna be my next one.
I
Candyman is a
completely
sequel.
forgot
Yeah.
about that.
That was gonna
God
be,
damn it.
that was the one I was gonna use to make up the difference for you as Candyman. Yeah. So and you're gonna
I'll take Creep 2 for
Creep
sure.
2.
That is,
I almost think I like it better than the first one.
dude, I
really love the first
I'm
one, but
really
Creep 2
interested. You know that series
Two
dropped.
episodes are out right now.
Yeah.
I haven't watched them yet though.
I haven't
on?
I
watched.
kind of want to go back and rewatch
Shudder,
the
I
movie.
believe.
It's
Okay.
Shudder.
Yep.
Yeah. I kind of want to go back. And there's another one that that needs to be brought up. And again, I was holding off because I thought like one of you two would bring it. Zombieland Double Tap.
Oh yeah! Holy shit!
Shit.
How did I forget about that?
How did you forget about that?
I know
Yeah.
you referenced Dr. Sleep. Like one of our early episodes, along with one of our early episodes, was Double Tap.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That was like our
Yeah, that's
5th or 6th episode.
yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, there's not everything else I have. I can I don't have to talk about. But we had to bring up that was my Candyman and Zombieland Double Tap was a solid. We waited for a while for that, and I
sure.
was very nervous about Zombieland Double Tap. But it's
mean,
fun. I've rewatched it like 3 times
let's
since
be
that
honest.
came out.
They did a great job with what would have been a very difficult sequel that for most people to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it turned out that was a very fun movie. Absolutely.
All right. So now we need to sit. Now we can go around and do. All right. What is our least most hated sequel? Part 2. And I got to go with Exorcist 2. God damn that movie. So fucking bad.
I have that one on a list.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty high up there.
Dude, that's so
unwatchable.
fucking
That's-
bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't either.
No.
It's just, poor James Earl Jones.
Oh, James
Jesus.
Earl.
You're right.
Christ.
Yeah,
Yes.
him in that. So,
Fuck.
Hunter,
Oh man, I'm throwing it out there. I Nightmare 2.
it's on my list. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just everything you
That one-
had, everything you had from the first movie, and then you see when you get past it, what they did in the third movie.
Gee, the one movie that Wes Craven did not do for that.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah. Well, no, he didn't do 4 or 5 or 6.
But he still had his blessing and stank on it.
Oh
though.
yeah, did he?
Well,
Yeah, no.
not so much 5,
He was only
but
1,
4.
3 in New
But
Nightmare.
I
so.
think he was still producer on at least 4.
Okay. All right.
If I remember correctly. I
Right.
could be wrong.
I
But
was going to say, but yeah, part 2, I watched it a lot as a kid, and I rewatched it as an adult, and I'm just like, yeah, I just don't. Now, it sucks because I think that he is one of the best scenes, and the way they do the Freddy makeup in that is awesome. Like, they make him darker than the first one, and they start brightening him back up in 3, right?
Right.
He's really dark, like burnt. And there's that scene at the pool where the fire's behind him, and his hand is like, "You're all my children."
Yeah.
Like, that is such a fucking awesome scene.
For being such a shit movie, they still had some good points in there, like the.
And they made his voice deeper too.
The
They
effects
dropped
of
him.
when his like face is coming out of the kid's chest.
Yeah, but the overall movie, I give a fuck.
The
Yeah,
bird,
like, I give a fuck.
But then you got
Like-
stupid shit like the bird exploding. You
Oh,
know,
what about the dog with the human head?
Yeah,
This looks stupid.
the high
yeah.
school student going to the S&M
S&M
bar.
club? Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
what? Why? And his gym teacher's there.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like,
So are you not only like you're letting in underage people into your S&M bar?
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
of
come on.
course.
Just casually
yeah.
walking
Yeah.
in.
Just sure.
Is that
no?
Is that Mr. Like?
Yeah, yeah.
God, what?
So no, it had, but no,
Jesus.
the makeup was really good. They made his voice deeper. They dropped the octaves down. And there's that one scene at the end where he's dying, where he's sitting in the corner against the railing, and he's getting caught on fire, and you see it light up, and like the makeup looks fucking gnarly
Yeah.
on England. Like it's really cool.
The effects were done really well.
Yes, the practical effects were
Yes.
phenomenal. Movie, I just give a fuck.
Right.
Give a fuck.
Absolutely.
So yeah. All right. Oh God. Children on the Corn 2, The Final Sacrifice. That movie.
I don't
can
get a
fuck
pick?
Itself.
I've never even
Oh
watched
shit!
that.
I'm sorry. My bad, Scott.
I know. I'm just sitting here, but it's cool. The Rage, Carrie 2.
I do not like that
Yeah,
movie.
it's
No,
so bad.
Fuck that movie.
I did not
Am I
like
right,
that fucking
her
movie.
tattoos come off and
Yeah,
or
yeah.
it's spread when she
Spread,
gets angry.
yeah.
I'll
it's
say
fucking
sure.
terrible.
Why not?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
That's why I was at, because I watched that one time. I never had to see it again.
Yeah.
I remember being like, that's fucking stupid.
Again, especially on this part of the list, my one rule: you got to watch it at least once to
Yeah.
properly shit on it.
It's terrible.
No,
You never-
I've seen it.
Okay.
I saw it in the theater.
yeah.
Fucking
I saw it in
terrible.
the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, with the
So
theater.
bad.
Oh, you actually paid money, or you were
No.
you worked
No,
there?
no,
you
no,
didn't.
no.
I forgot.
No fucking
I
way.
forgot where you worked for a second
Yeah.
there.
He
Never
said,
mind.
no.
No.
All right. Well, I gave mine with Children of the Corn 2, but we really didn't talk about it. Has anybody seen that movie?
No.
Unfortunately,
Dude,
yeah,
it's
but
bad.
It's been a long time.
It's bad.
That was one where
Like,
even a younger into horror movies, you sit there and go, oh, that's not even like
But
good,
and
bad.
They call it The Final Sacrifice, and then there's 7 other sequels.
Yeah, no,
Fuck. All
Yeah,
right.
and-
It's just fucking trash.
All right.
Fair.
Just trash.
Fucking Jeepers Creepers 2 is
that is
So I rewatched that this year after the first one, and man, like it has potential, but there's like these vision scenes that she has, like somehow she's connected to the creeper or some stupid shit, and that's what hurts the movie.
they were
Because
reaching.
the whole like and the bus and the way he's picking people off is cool as fuck. But like, yeah, she like sees the vision of like what he's doing when he's throwing.
yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? What's your problem
Yeah.
with the movie?
I think the kills are pretty fucking lame. It takes place on a bus for the most part. There's just the dialogue's terrible. It's just overall like
I want all of them to die.
Any bit of the appeal that I had of the first one, this movie was like,
it's racist.
and
Well,
it
yeah,
is
we have
racist.
racist
Yeah,
character.
Where the dude goes to look up, gets his head cut off, falls to the ground, no head, and then the black guy goes to takes his wallet out. Don't have the black guy do that.
Yeah.
Have anybody else
Yeah.
on the bus.
Actually,
Yeah.
didn't we find out the guy who made those movies really was
pedo.
like
He's
is a
pedo.
pedo? Okay,
Yeah.
So
Not
Yeah.
racist.
Yeah.
No, he's not racist. He likes.
He did,
Oh,
the guy who
gee.
did Powder is Victor Salva.
there you go.
Fucking
yes,
pedo, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that
okay,
guy.
Yeah. So
Fuck
did,
that
he,
guy.
did he direct the sequel?
He directed all 3 of them.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Dude, he didn't direct the remake, did he?
No. He's in
No.
jail, I think now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the remake.
Rightfully so.
The remake
Right.
could have been filmed in jail. I mean, as bad as it was.
Yeah, that's true. He could have just
Yeah.
been like at the in the interview
I'll give you
room,
a
like,
directing device.
yeah.
Yep. bleh.
What do you got?
Let's see another one. All right, and this goes along with a lot of those '90s sequels. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, damn it. Yeah.
Those.
I didn't even want to count that because
Yeah, because the first one's shitty
that
too.
means you have to
Right.
respect the first
But
one.
Right.
to be fair, we're not saying the first one's good.
No.
We're just saying the 2's even worse.
Yeah, yeah.
Like is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because at least the first one, as shitty as it may be, is at least okay. You have a slasher movie, whatever. You have a premise. It's not a premise that you see continuing for many years after, and because what they still have They did still like 3 or 4 sequels after that one too. I think there's at least 3 or 4 of those movies, and a new one.
No,
coming
I
out.
Know What You Did. I Still Know What You Did, and then then there was the show.
And they did a remake or show, yeah.
Well, and then
the
there's
show.
a new one coming out.
Then
There's
there's
a
a new
new,
one coming
a new
out. So
sequel coming out.
Yeah. So I think there's only 3 movies in a show in a series.
So
get
that's
canceled.
still like 3 movies in a show too much.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Did you mention somebody who's early in their career that's in I Still Know?
There's a few of them early in their career.
I would reference Rasta Jack Black.
Yeah.
God
Dude,
damn it.
No, God, Hunter.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Hey, the
So
only
bad.
good thing
Paycheck's a paycheck, apparently. Said, look, Tenacious D didn't take off till a year or two after that movie.
Yeah, no shit.
That money, that role might have financed the Tenacious D album, all right?
Oh God, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that.
Well, no. Well, the second good thing then, I guess, to come out of that was that it did give Broken Lizard
Club Dread.
Club Dread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it
fair,
did
fair,
fuel a fire
fair.
for making fun of shit.
Yeah, fair. God damn it. All right, where's the last round? Because we're gonna have to wrap it up here soon. Which one of these 2 that I have left do I hate more? All right, I gotta go with Slumber Party Massacre 2. God, fuck that fucking movie, dude. It's not
what
even
is
good.
it?
Bad.
What is it? Is it a shitty horror movie or a bad music video?
Wow.
What is it?
That is.
Oh man, yeah. That
I don't even know what to say on that one.
Oh, I
Really.
rewatched it
That's
earlier this year just for shits and giggles because I hadn't watched it in
Right.
forever,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh no, why did I
Did
do
we
this?
determine
Yeah.
that that's the son of the owner of Little Caesars?
Yeah,
Was that-
something like that. Yeah.
some random thing. Like the main killer is the son of the dude that found Little Caesars pizza.
interesting.
Dude, it's such a bad movie. Fuck.
That is garbage.
Funny you say garbage, because
Uh-oh.
mine has the only benefit of this movie is the line "Garbage Day
I knew it.
is Silent Night,
I
Deadly
was
Night
saving that
2."
for him.
Yeah,
It's on my list
Specifically?
too, but I knew
Okay.
he would be bringing it up.
I didn't know if
first.
you'd bring it or not, but yeah,
Yeah.
like that fucking movie is so
God.
bad.
for one thing, the actor talks exaggerated the entire time. Also, the first 40 minutes is just a goddamn recap of the first movie, in
So-
which he wasn't there for.
So what you do is this year you watch the first one and then watch the last 25 minutes of the sequel
Exactly.
as a short film, and that'll be a
Then
cohesive
you also
story.
have to
There you
be
go.
like, oh, I bet you like that, Doctor. Every goddamn line is sarcastic as shit, and that's why when he says "Garbage Day," it's amazing.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it's so bad.
I think that's the one scene that's
So
used the
bad.
most from that movie for
It
just
is.
like random clips.
It
and
is
everything.
because it's
Yeah.
the only part of the movie that
stupid.
is fun. It like is even like funny. Like,
Right,
it's-
exactly.
The rest is just sad.
It is. It's so bad.
All right.
So bad.
And the fact that got a fucking multiple sequels too. By the way, can someone explain that to me? How the fuck do we
I
get?
never watched 3 or 4, and there's
There's
some,
a 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And now there's another one coming. There's actually a remake coming out. Remember, like Bloody Disgusting said that so and so. Is it the Fuzz on the Lens people? I think are doing a Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Okay.
Remake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so, the guys who Terrifier.
Yeah.
Damon, I'm sure
Yeah,
Damon
yeah,
Leone will be on like.
There's a box
effects or
set of
something.
all
Sure.
Selenite 3, 4, and 5, and it's like $10. I'm like, do I even
No,
No.
pick that
no.
up? Yeah.
Although
No.
what is it? 4 is good for at least Clint Howard.
I was
that's
gonna
about
say,
it.
Clint Howard's in that.
Yeah,
Fair. Totally fair on that one. I'll
But,
give you that.
nice one.
Oh, you want a fun one?
Sure.
The Book of Shadows.
Yeah.
Blair Witch 2.
God, I don't even like the first one. God damn it.
Well, obviously you didn't like the first one. That's
Right.
That's the most shaky cam of any shaky cam movie.
Right.
Oh man.
But
All
then,
right.
and the second one's so bad that you go, God, I kind of wish they had shaky cam. It's like it's that fucking bad. You're like, can we get
And the worst thing is,
any action?
it's,
Anything?
Can we get a close up of a snotty nose, please?
It's got the dude from Bird Notice and in it.
Shit,
yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
The main I forget his name. He's in Fargo season 2. Like he's been in a bunch of good shit.
Right.
Not that.
Well, again, early.
We'll reference
early
back
career.
to Jack Black. Yeah.
Early
Yeah.
days.
But that movie's just aggravating because it's just talking about the fandom of the first movie and nothing fucking happens.
Right.
Through
Dude,
most of that
so
movie.
it's
dumb.
It's barely a horror movie.
It's boring.
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It is. All right. I had one more on the list. I'll go ahead and drop that. Amityville 2: The Possession.
Yeah.
I know we briefly, but you're not going to do Halloween 2? Zombie style?
I know, right?
I mentioned it earlier.
Okay, I'm just
That's
saying. I thought
fair,
this
but-
was gonna. You mentioned it. I thought you were gonna get a little exercise some of those more
Nope.
of those demons.
Nope.
You know what I
We have an episode fully on that where I lose my shit. So go listen to that. It's a killer or filler. It's like came out
I was
like
about to say-
2020 or 2021.
Let's be fair. It's on all of our list anyways, period.
Fuck that
That's
movie.
one of the biggest overlaps ever. So, yeah.
Only saving grace of that film is Brad Dourif and Danielle Harris and Skylar Ty Compton's like acting. That's literally the only saving grace in that movie.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. I'll give you that. Yeah, sure.
Fuck that storyline. Oh, all right.
God.
So
Yes.
that's gonna wrap it up. Our best. We had to spend a lot more time talking about fun ones. So I'm not really gonna call it best and worst, but just our second helpings that we got.
Yes.
You know, tasty
So much
ones,
fun.
and then we.
Some that might not sit so well.
Eh,
You're still-
no.
We were talking about deucing earlier. Then
Yeah,
those are the
Yeah,
ones
that's
there you
there
go.
you
There
go.
you go.
Finally, we had to make Hunter's thing make sense.
right.
Why, thank you, gentlemen.
Yes.
So, but we're not done. It is time for
Stump the host.
all right. Fuck yeah. So Hunter is only down by 2 now. He has made a
It's
comeback.
gotten dramatic, I know.
And we have this episode and one more episode. I said you'd only be able to tie.
That's
You wouldn't
true.
be able to get ahead, but you have a
Pressure's
chance to
on.
tie. We have one more full length after this.
I know you're doing. I know you're doing. You're
Yeah,
trying
you
to
know
get
what
my
I'm
head. Fuck you, man. If you get this, then the next one could be a tie, or you can fuck yourself up. Yeah.
So does that mean we're starting with Hunter on the first question?
That is up to you.
Dealer's choice.
And you remember, we get to steal if he doesn't
right,
know it.
yep,
Remember that. Okay.
yep.
But yeah, you
we
get
like
to
to
decide.
remind.
We'll-
Since that's happened a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ugh.
you've done it too, so don't.
No. I'm talking about where someone's given the answer
Oh.
before.
Gotcha. No,
No
fair.
bueno. No bueno.
All right. Well, we'll give the underdog here a fighting chance to start it off.
Oh God.
So-
here we go.
All right. So number 1, in Bride of Frankenstein, Ernest Disiger beat out what famous monster actor for the role? That was the role of Dr. Pretorius, not Dr. Frankenstein.
Lon Chaney.
I have no idea.
Calling it?
Yeah.
Bela Lugosi.
God damn it.
I was gonna say that.
I was gonna say Bela Lugosi.
Motherfucker.
I was gonna say Bela Lugosi. I was like, no.
No.
That seems like an obvious thing to say. So I'll say Lon Chaney. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was
God
gonna
damn
say
it.
Bela Lugosi. Fuck me.
Ha ha.
Yeah. All right. Well, neither of us got that, so my turn.
All right.
Your turn. Number 2. Oh, that's fitting because it relates to Halloween 2, Rob Zombie.
God damn it.
What is the deeper meaning of the white horse in Halloween 2?
You had to research that to know that. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you research that? Why?
This guy's trying to break you right on the podcast.
God damn. Like, dude, like that, like the only
Hey.
way to know that is to
Honestly, it only took one search.
that's one too
And
many.
it was by accident.
No, there's no way that was by
Yes,
accident. There's
it
no
was.
fucking you're a liar. There's no way that's by
It
accident.
was by accident.
Bullshit flag. Dropping it, staying down. Staying down.
Well, then answer it.
I don't know it. Cuz I never looked it up.
Could you repeat the question? Because I didn't hear it. Not that I wanted to have to hear Steven hear this question again, but
Oh,
go
you
ahead and
mean-
bring it.
You
I
mean
appreciate that.
You mean
Yeah.
Steven got loud?
Yeah, but
What?
you can just repeat the question again, just the full question. So I
What is the deeper meaning of the white horse in Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie?
escape.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Wrong. He has been quoted as saying none. People focus on it too much.
Which is why
Yeah, that's even now.
Dude, what fuck you, dude.
Now,
No, like
now I hate that movie just a little bit more.
I think this is the only time I've ever wanted to punch someone for their question. Like I mean, like legitimately, fuck you, dude. That was terrible.
So Rob
Right.
Zombie's meaning of the horse was "fuck you." There is no meaning.
Exactly.
Then don't put a fucking horse in your movie, motherfucker.
Damn.
Oh,
All right.
damn it. All right.
It's fuck me.
Wow, these are actually fitting for previous conversations. In Psycho 2, what cameo is seen in Norman's mother's room before the lights are turned on?
What cameo?
Yes.
The mother silhouette. Like
Is that your final answer?
yeah.
Steven,
I'm pretty sure he's dead, but I was going to go with Hitchcock.
is that your
That's
final
my
answer?
final answer.
I'll give it to Steven. It's the silhouette of Hitchcock in the shadow.
Fucking A, dude.
That's pretty close to both of our answers, motherfucker. God damn it.
You did not name the person.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh. I
Sweet.
should have just said silhouette. Motherfucker.
I might have given it to you then.
Yeah.
True. So we are still back to you, even though
Back
you
to
stole
me.
it. Yes. How many kills are in Scream 2
Total?
total?
I'm going to say 10.
Is that your
Final
final
answer.
answer?
10. And then whoever gets as closest, but 10.
Correct.
Nice. Shit, yeah.
Well, that fucks me. God damn it.
So yeah, with those, it's always like unless you landed on the money, whoever, and neither of us do, then it's
No,
zero
no.
out
Oh
of
yeah,
those.
absolutely, absolutely.
Shit, yeah.
But that was
I'm likely here like, Jack, that person got killed on that person.
So
No, that's
it's
that's
Honestly,
fine.
Jerry Connell was the only one that was like, did he die or not?
Yeah,
I can't
no.
remember.
Right.
no,
All right.
he's 5.
So back to Hunter.
Yep, because you got it right on there.
Yep. In Critters 2, what other famous New Line Cinema character shows up?
Freddy Krueger.
Correct.
Nice. All right, one more.
All right.
If you don't steal this from me, then we don't go into the tiebreaker.
Yep. How were extras paid on the set of Dawn of the Dead?
Food and drink. That's my final answer.
Hunter,
Beer.
is that your final answer?
Yep.
Both of you are incorrect. $1 cash, a donut, and a Dawn of the Dead t-shirt.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
Would you guys like to hear the tiebreaker just because?
Sure.
All right.
For Critters in the first 2 movies, what was used for the eggs?
Oh, God damn it. I know this. Motherfucker.
I can't. Yeah, no, that's all you, man. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, I can't remember. I literally. Oh, man. Fuck it. Tell me.
Sugar apples.
I just knew apple. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Still calling shenanigans on that Halloween 2 question. The horse means nothing.
Well, I hit a new level.
That wouldn't
for-
matter.
I've now come up with my new band name. The horse means nothing. There you go. There you
The
go.
white horse means
Yeah,
nothing.
the white horse
The
means
white
nothing.
horse means
Yes.
nothing.
Yeah.
Well, let me go ahead and just add another tick by my name, increasing that gap.
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw
Sorry,
y'all. I
man.
saw y'all winking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Jesus.
because that Halloween 2 question really got him going.
I saw Scotty tapping on the table when he
Oh,
asked how many
man.
kills,
Right.
and he stopped at 10.
That big
so-
old 28,
Sure. Yeah.
28 to for those
Wow.
that for those
right
that
right on the money on the amount of kills in Scream 2.
Right.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking up the whole time.
I saw
that was
Scotty. I
counting.
saw blinking 1, 2, 3.
I was looking up the whole
I
time,
was kicking a shin.
and I
under the
answered,
table.
yeah, okay, because no, that would make sense. But all right, Hunter backtracked, you backslid, but you still have a chance to at least gain a point and get back to where you were by the end of the year.
That's true.
You have that choice. So
We'll see. We'll see if the person asking the questions,
Yeah.
well,
let me
fuck
know-
me again.
Let me know who the guest is, and I'll just feed him Halloween 2 questions. the whole
No,
time.
don't do that.
That is the positive. I'm gonna lose. I at least got to see him lose a shit on a question, so
Fair.
that is a positive.
and lose a little respect for you, Scotty, for looking that up. By the way,
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's no
the white
love
horse
there.
means nothing.
I'm sorry. There's no love there that I stumped you on a question for your own show.
No. It's not about stumping me. I'm fine with that. You stumped me on another question too. It's the fact that you took time to look up something about that giant pile of shit that is Halloween 2.
The whole thing. It was by accident.
How
No
do you do
joke.
that by accident?
I do-
When you are reviewing your list online and checking stuff for worst horror movies, and you see this quote about the white horse, you are gonna use it.
Okay, so you didn't specifically search for it.
No.
All right, I take it back then. God damn you. All right. So, all right, folks. Scotty, hope you had fun. Thanks for bringing it on, man. Good
Always a
questions, by the
pleasure.
way. Those are like really fucking solid questions, dude. On to the Halloween 2 one.
You know,
Just not letting that go.
I always got to bring them. I always got to bring the extra little stank to it. So,
Yeah.
but
was-
with my
they were
brothers
fun.
here, always a fun doing the show. So
Yeah, they were
always a
fun.
blast.
Original, like I don't think I've ever heard that, especially the question about Psycho 2 asked ever in anything ever
No.
anywhere. Like,
Again, random, just checking my list and information, and it's just
Good shit.
that random shit.
the Bela Lugosi thing I did know. I just fucking God damn
Well,
it.
that's why
I
it was.
should have got. Yeah,
I should have.
That's
still
also why it
kicking
was
me.
my first question, because in that time era, how many actors
That's what
are
I'm
going to be
saying.
playing the monsters?
Exactly.
Or characters.
Characters in
it's
general,
just
right?
one of
Yeah.
those where it
That's what
seems
Lon
so
Chaney made
obvious.
sense, actually, because he would have
Yeah,
been older.
exactly.
Lon Chaney made sense. The
But
senior.
also, that
and he would have had to say
seems
senior.
so obvious to say Bela Lugosi that
Yeah.
it can't be the answer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
But, all right. Fucking A. Hunter, got one more on your ass.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that's right.
Scotty, keep slapping that bass.
I'll be
the bass.
slapping the bass, baby.
Keep looking out for that. Through all the socials and tweety pages. Of course, the Madness will be sharing that shit whenever. You guys need to increase your Instagram shit and social media
we're
stuff too, by the way.
because of the first show and everything, we are currently increasing that. Plus, we're already talking about doing some recording. We're going to get some more merch out
Get an EP
there.
out or something, little sampler.
Oh yeah, we'll be doing some
Do
digital
a
stuff.
sampler.
Some digital song, we're
Yeah,
digital release,
digital
get the
release, I
Bandcamp
know.
going, stuff like that. So you got to remember.
No longer can you go to shows and buy a 3-song disc.
Nope.
Oh
God
no,
damn it.
no. We are old school where we will have hard copy.
Fucking
as well.
A.
Do it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Come
I
on.
know. Another big thing that's been coming back that we've seen in a lot of the shows, because all three of us go to a lot of the same shows, is the cassette made a comeback.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten on board with that. I love my records. I will do my CDs and I will do my occasional digital, but the cassettes.
I think
it's too convenient for Scotty. He likes walking around with those goddamn LPs through the entire show.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
can you hold this for me?
Yeah.
God damn it, Scotty.
I want to get in the pit. You shouldn't have bought a record. Sorry.
That's why I usually try to wait till the end of the show, but sometimes you can't.
Fair.
So,
but all right, folks. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving. I hope you had fun taking a break from family to come listen to the Madness Boys. Get that second helping in. Until we talk to you again, embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.